All right, so here we have a 2006 Honda Ridgeline. We're going to be removing this cover. We have an AC leak. We put dye in it, but you can physically see the line where it's dripping from. So I'll go ahead and remove this, and we can get to that, access to that part. All right, so here you can see our AC line. This is the discharge line. It is from the compressor to the condenser, and where we have our rubber line meets our metal line, that's where we're leaking. The green fluid is basically a UV dye that was put into the system to find the leak, but this is pretty obvious right here that it's coming from this line. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove the line from the compressor. There's a 10mm bolt here, and this system is completely empty. It doesn't have any freon. This leak is that big that it doesn't hold any kind of charge. So we'll go ahead and remove that bolt now. There you go, there's that green dye. All right, so now we'll move to the top of the vehicle where we can disconnect where it attaches to the condenser. All right, so to get access to our line, we're gonna have to remove this front cover here. So we have a bunch of push pins. We'll go ahead and remove them now. All right, so we can reach our 10mm bolt here that holds us in, but we're going to have to remove these 10mm bolts that hold the radiator bracket, so we can move the radiator, so we can pull that line out of this spot right here. So we'll go ahead and start removing these bolts here. All right, so I have the radiator loose. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to take the lines off of the condenser first while the condenser is still in its mount. All right, so I'm going to sneak through the grill here to get this tin. All right, so I have another. So that's the line we want to remove. Okay, so that line is now loose. There is another line on the bottom of the condenser, which will keep it moving back. I'm going to go ahead and remove that line too. So it's another 10mm down here on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and pull the condenser out so we can replace the dryer in the condenser. So we'll go ahead and remove our 10mm bolts here for the top of our condenser. I'm going to go ahead and remove this. That's our hood prop, so we can slide our condenser upwards. Okay, so I'm just pulling the condenser line off the top there. Now I can pull my condenser straight up. All right, so here we have our condenser. So the first thing we just want to make sure is that we don't have any leaks. We don't see any oil built up anywhere, so we know it's not leaking. All right, so what we're going to do is, I have a 14mm Allen here. I'm going to go ahead and remove this plug. All right, so we have a screen, so we can kind of do a little inspection. We have no debris in our screen. That's a good sign. All right, so there's our receiver dryer. All right, so here we have our new receiver dryer, and it does come with a new plug. All right, so we want to go ahead and install this. We got this from Auto Parts Direct to You. All right, let me go get some AC oil. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open up our new dryer and put it in. Okay. All right, so the next thing we want to do is, because that line was leaking, whatever was absorbed in there, what oil we have lost, we want to go ahead and replace it with some oil. So this is a kind of a best guesstimate. By the book, you'd have to remove the compressor, drain the compressor, see how much is in there, and then adjust as according. But we're just going to go ahead and pour a little bit in, just because we know we have lost some oil. Kind of the best guess scenario, I could say. The other one is I'm going to lube my seal up for my new plug. All right, so now what we want to do is we need to remove that discharge line. So there's a couple different ways I guess you could do it. There is a lot of wiring and hold down connectors and this and that on this side. I'm going to try not to undo any of that stuff. I'm just going to try to snake this out because it is a flexible end on the side. So we should be able to just pull it straight up. Just kind of watching, we don't want to hurt our radiator. We don't want to hurt anything. All right, so I'm just kind of flipping it around. All right, so we caught on a wire down here. Let me go. All right. All right, and this is the hose that we had was our culprit. Oh, it looks like we can see. Here we can see a little split in the line. So that looks like what our problem was. All right, so here we have our new line that we got from Auto Parts Direct to You. All right, so it looks the same as what we already line we pulled out. So we matched it up. All right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to leave these caps on. Looks like they do have O-rings already on them. But I'm going to go ahead and leave these caps on while I get this into position. And then I'll remove the cap so that way we don't get any debris. And I'm basically going to put it back in the same way I snaked that other one out. All right, so we got that line laying in there, about where we need it to be. So we'll go ahead and put our condenser in now. All right, so some of the things we got to pay attention to when we put it back in is make sure that all of our little rubber insulating grommets are all good, how it sits. Looks like this one here is missing on this side, so it should be, it's on the top, it should be still attached. Still attached to our mounting bracket, so we're all good there. So we'll go ahead and slip this back in. All right, so we dropped it down into our mount. We'll go ahead and reattach our mounting brackets. All right, so now we want to reattach our lines to the front of our condenser. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of AC oil here just to help lube the O-rings up to put it in. I'll go ahead and remove my cap. I just got one arm inside the car so I can angle the fitting at the correct angle. And I'm just going to tighten the bolt up by hand here so that we make sure that we don't cross thread anything and everything gets seated up right. All right, so now we'll go ahead and do our bottom. All right, so I'm going to pull the O-ring off this bottom one. All right, so we'll go ahead and lube up our new O-ring. Okay, so now we'll remove our cover from our lower line. We'll go ahead and lube that seal up. Go ahead and put it back in position. Slip it on our stud. We have a 10mm nut. Okay, so we're ready to put all of our trim coverings back on. Okay, so now we want to put our upper cover back on. Okay, so now that we got the truck all back together, we'll go ahead and hook up our vacuum machine, suck it down for about 30 minutes, and then we'll charge it. We do have other videos to show you how to do that if you want to check out some of our other videos. And we're all set.